Thank you. The first frame, Judd Trump to break.
Time for talking is done. It's time to start the action. Judd Trump to break in frame one. And I agree with Alan McManus. I think these early frames are going to be significant because we'll see whether O'Sullivan comes out the gate like last night and just plays outstandingly well. If he does, obviously Trump's got problems. If he doesn't, we know that Trump can turn it on as well.
Yeah, I think this is a huge match for Judd Trump today. More so for him, I think, than Ronnie. Judd wants to be regarded as the best player in the world, and the players playing against, most people, if not all, think that he's the best player. So I think for me, Judd has got to impose himself on this match.
One.
As I say, to prove how good he is. He's won 3 tournaments this season. But say with the way Ronnie played last night, this is the ultimate test of where he is with his game at this moment, Judd, I think.
Let's see if he can settle early here. The 7 finals I mentioned, the one I guess that stands out was the Masters back in 2019. 10-4, that's a big occasion, and he won it easily. That was middle of the pocket. That's a good early sign.
7.
Yeah, that was a beautiful shot. And we often say about, you know, how long is it going to take to relax into the game. These two are used to finals so often that that just doesn't even matter with these two. You know, they don't need a couple of shots to get relaxed into it. They'll be there automatically.
13.
It was a poor one, though. I do think Judd's one of the few players in the game that his game can intimidate Ronnie. He did so in that final of the Masters. He was going 1-10-4.
20.
He's got that game that's, as I said, it's just so powerful.
21.
Yeah, and I think you're spot on when you talk about belief. I think he does believe he's the best player. We've seen other players who have won titles who, against O'Sullivan, don't really deep down have that belief.
$28.
And as ever, frame one, just looking to show your opponent how good you're feeling, how up for it you are, how well you're playing in general.
29.
Yeah, I was liking it to a top heavyweight boxing clash. You can land the first blow to sort of, as I say, impose himself, stamp his authority on the match early. Beautiful, beautiful shot. I think we'll be
36.
treated to a lot of frames where there will be 1-on-1 visit. There'll be, I imagine,
37.
a decent handful of centuries today, just with the way these two score. As David said, top 2 in the century scoring boards this season. So we should see a masterclass in break building. Both players, they go about it, building breaks in slightly different ways. I think Ronnie, without question, has the better cue ball control. There's more sort of artistry and feel to his break building. Judd, I think, bullies the balls more.
Well, he's looking super confident already. I mean, that wasn't a gimme, really. But he dispatched it. Yeah, 57 centuries he's made this season. O'Sullivan 38. Hasn't played as much snooker, of course.
$52. Going to need a good shot here, because if he's just going to try and nip the cue ball off the side of the bunch, he's really got to strike this properly. Didn't quite
53.
get into the cue ball. That's why he's got this acute angle in the black. But there is a red, as you can see, closest to the black. He can get this off 2 cushions.
Well, we do try our best, of course, to build these
60.
matches up because we're as excited as anyone. They don't always live up to billing. I would say this one already is. We've only been going 5 minutes. Trump first chance, looking good now to take the first frame.
61.
We'll need one more red after the black. So the gauntlet laid down. Yes, Ronnie,
68.
you can play great. We saw it last night. So can I, is what he's saying here. It's a brilliant start for Judd Trump.
69.
Pretty good effort
74.
getting on this red. The one just at the bottom left of these 5 goes to the right corner.
So 2 snookers needed.
Judd Trump, 74.
But a fine 74. O'Sullivan's had a look. He's not interested.
And the first frame.
So in just 6 minutes, I think he'll go on forever. But even he can't do that. It's interesting, I think, to compare. Obviously, they're different generations. O'Sullivan 48, Trump 34. O'Sullivan has won 40 ranking titles, Trump 26. But when O'Sullivan was Trump's age, he'd won 22. So on that metric, Trump's ahead. Still, obviously, way behind in terms of world titles. But anyway, it's all about this title today, and he's made a great start. 74, the break in frame 1.
That's one part of Judd's game that has to be working if he's going to be the dominant player that he is. He relies on that long game to intimidate his opponents, get them in to create scoring opportunities. If that's off today, he's going to struggle.
Well, it's just a fact. He wasn't missing those last night.
Yeah, I mean, even for Ronnie, that was a unique performance last night. It was just one of those nights where just the game just seems so easy. As I said last night, the area on the cue ball you need to hit would look massive. The pockets would look massive. It was just perfection. But I suppose it's a bit like a golfer shooting 59 and the next day goes out and struggles to do the same again. I say that those performances like last night, they're not regular, even for someone like Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Yeah, and that wasn't close. And as you say, it's going to be hard to replicate that performance. I guess one of the questions is how does he deal with not being able to do that today, if that is to be the case.
Yeah, there was just a little bit of decel, I think, there through the cue ball, which more often than not results in missing pots thin. This is an aggressive shot choice for Judd Trump. This plant, because he's going to be opening reds. And he'll have seen Ronnie miss the first couple of shots he's gone for by quite a way. So the last thing he wants is to let him have an easy opening to get his cue arm going. But then you're still going to play your game. And Judd's game is all about being aggressive. Yeah, consciously there. He could have played off the main bunch there, but consciously just didn't want to bring reds into play.
It's a record 63rd ranking final appearance for O'Sullivan. Trump up to 42. So bags of experience, of course, in these big matches. That red in the middle of the table was always the threat, and he has left a chance at it. Trump, I'm sure they felt he'd always be on the blue as well over the pocket, so he's in here again first in frame 2.
Six.
I think if I tried to do that deep screw with my
7.
left hand, the cue ball would end up in the second row. It was incredible how most of these top players can just switch hands and it's effortless.
Yeah, I mean, they're two players who are blessed with sort of unique abilities. There's obviously a lot of hard work clearly gone into it, but there's also natural talent flowing through them as well. First player Judd Trump watched live was Ronnie O'Sullivan. He was 8 years old. He went to the Welsh Open in Newport, which is near to Bristol,
14.
where he lived. Really excited to see the great man, and here we are all these years later. He's playing him in another big final.
15. $18. 19. $26.
So, to be the red to far corner.
$27.
Clearly coming to this match very, very well prepared. Not just his game, but mentally for the challenge ahead.
$34.
Played the cannon exactly as he wanted, but the red that he cannoned, it just stuck on the reds behind it. He was expecting to be on the red to left corner.
Judd Trump, 34.
Decent safety shot. Yeah, this is a very, you have to say, a poor start to this final from Ronnie. Okay, it's only a frame and a half old, but the shots he's played, not, well, I'd say he's yet to play a good shot, really.
One.
Yeah, at the very least you want your opponent to earn their chances rather than being handed them.
Brown ball.
Brown does just go past the yellow.
Five. Six.
I fully expect Judd to win this second frame from this visit, and it's something he has to do. He can't show any weakness
13.
in these early stages. And he hasn't done.
14.
He's come out firing.
$21. $22.
So the blue puts him 61 in front. With a red and a black. O'Sullivan would need a snooker. Ronnie O'Sullivan has had a
27.
couple of chances, but nothing has gone in yet. Seen Trump looking sharp, looking confident. Looking ready to take him
28.
on today. But frame ball has been missed.
Judd Trump 28.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I was talking about. Saying that he had to win the frame at that visit. Okay, he may still go on and win the frame, but the fact is he's showed that little bit of weakness by missing the black off a spot. Again, slight decel, missing it thin. Just in that little instance, Ronnie was sat and saying, oh, hello, black off a spot missed. Ronnie's got a chance here to say he hasn't played a good shot yet. Plays with just a trace of left-hand side here. Just to...
One.
I think we've missed the black, but if he's on the black to right middle, we've almost got a new favourite for the frame, even though he's 61 points behind. Wow. I was just about to go and say it's the easy shots that let you down.
Ronnie O'Sullivan
That's
1.
with Judd missing that black of a spot. That's an incredible miss from Ronnie.
Yeah, now Trump's miss goes from being, you know, potentially massive to actually, in a way, it's done him a favour because it's brought O'Sullivan to the table. He's not taken the chance. He's fluffed his lines. And Trump will be thinking, well, he's not on it. He's just not on it yet.
8. 9. $15.
Yeah, Judd would have liked a clean win
16.
in this frame, but as you say, the fact that he's just brought out another bad miss from Ronnie is a little bit of a bonus.
23. 24.
There's a long way to go in these finals. They have their own rhythms and passages of play where one player's on top and then the other one is. But clearly O'Sullivan's got to sharpen up soon because Trump,
31.
we know, is a very confident player when he's playing his best stuff. And right now,
33.
the danger is he takes control of this session, leaves O'Sullivan with a lot to do this evening. Still 6 frames to play, though, this afternoon.
36. 40.
So he didn't kill it off cleanly. O'Sullivan did have the
The
chance to
40.
counter-attack. It didn't come to
And the
much.
pin.